Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Niktator ship and welcome back to Lord of the Rings, the card game. So today is attempt number 2 at beating the Passage Through Mirkwood scenario using the leadership deck that comes with the core set. So in attempt number 1, we made it pretty far into the quest, but we ended up losing, and upon editing that video, I noticed I made a couple misplays towards the end. And so, misplays happen. They're just part of the game. But we ended up not winning. We didn't beat the quest. So today is attempt number 2. Again, same setup, same deck, same scenario. We got it all set up here. And this time we're going to be very aware of what we're doing. No misplays. And we're going to beat it. So fingers crossed. Excited for this one. Let's go ahead and get into it. Passage Through Mirkwood. 1A. Flies and Spiders. You are traveling through Mirkwood Forest, carrying an urgent message from King Thranduil to the Lady Galadriel of Lorien. As you move along the dark trail, the spiders gather around you. The nastiest things they saw were the cobwebs. Dark, dense cobwebs with threads extraordinarily thick, often stretched from tree to tree or tangled in the lower branches on either side of them. There were none stretched across the path, but whether because some magic kept it clear, or for what other reason, they could not guess. Alright, here we go. Start of the quest, attempt number 2. To get through this part of the quest, we need 8 progress tokens. We have Forest Spider and Old Forest Road ready to go in our staging area. We have our hand currently of 6 cards that we're not going to mulligan, and we have out our 3 heroes, same ones from last time, Gloin, Theodred, and Aragorn. If you didn't catch what I did in the first attempt, the links to all the playlists and everything will be in the description down below, so I'm not going to introduce the heroes again because we did see them last time. I think we have everything we need, so let's go ahead and start this quest by going into the resource phase. So, first, each of our heroes will gain 1 resource, and I will draw my card. Now we're going to go into the planning phase. I have a pretty good hand. I got to think a little bit about how I want to play this. To start the planning phase, I will spend a resource off of Gloin and Theodred to play Steward of Gondor. Attached to a hero, attached hero gains the Gondor trait, and the action is exhaust Steward of Gondor, the attachment, to add 2 resources to attached hero's resource pool. So I'm going to attach Steward of Gondor to Aragorn, and then I'm going to exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to Aragorn's pool. A very strong, very overpowered card, but now Aragorn has 3 resources. Then I'm going to spend 2 of those to go back to 1 to play Celebrian Stone. Attached to a hero, it's restricted. Attached hero gains 2 willpower, plus 2 willpower. If attached hero is Aragorn, he also gains the icon from another aspect, which we don't need to care about since we are playing with only the leadership aspect. So Aragorn now has 2 different attachments on him. Alright, that's all we can do for our planning phase, so now we're going to go ahead and move into the quest phase. So, for the sake of this, for the first time, I'm going to once again thoroughly explain one of the main combos from this deck, and then every time moving forward, I'm just going to refer to it as the Theodred-Aragorn combo. So, the Theodred-Aragorn combo works like this. Theodred has a response to committing to a quest, where when he commits to a quest, choose a hero committed to that quest, add 1 resource to that hero's resource pool. And Aragorn has a response to committing to a quest, which is after Aragorn commits to a quest, spend 1 resource from his resource pool to ready him. So, for the sake of argument, let's pretend like Aragorn had no resources on him right now. how the combo works is I commit both of them to the quest, so they both get exhausted, but then I'm able to activate their triggers in any order I choose. So I would activate Theodred first, so choose a hero committed to that quest and add one resource to his pool. So I would add a resource to Aragorn. Then I would activate Aragorn's trigger, which is after he commits to a quest, spend one resource from his resource pool to ready him. So I can immediately spend the resource that he just gained from Theodred to ready him. So he goes into the quest ready, but he still commits his willpower. So right now Aragorn has a resource on him, so it's not necessarily the most important combo in the world because I could spend the one here, but it's basically a free ready, which is insanely powerful. And for my first turn, I always like to keep Gloin not committed to the quest so that I could use him as a blocker and then use his effect later on. So we're going to go into the quest phase, and I'm going to commit Theodred and Aragorn to the quest. So once again, I'm going to use the Theodred-Aragorn combo. Theodred will give Aragorn another resource token, and then Aragorn will spend that resource token, which allows him to ready. So currently I have two characters committed to the quest, Theodred and Aragorn. Theodred comes in at 1 willpower, and Aragorn comes in at 4. 2 from his base card, and 2 from Celebrian's stone that I attached to him. So currently we have 5 total willpower, and in the staging area to start we have 3. So we're going to go ahead and flip our first card from the encounter deck. And we flip Enchanted Stream. While Enchanted Stream is the active location, players cannot draw cards. It's not currently active, so we don't need to worry about that. We have 5 total threat level in the staging area against our 5 that we committed to the quest. So cancels out, nothing happens. That will wrap up the quest phase, and now we'll go ahead and move into... Oh, I just realized I could have played that a little differently, but I'll keep this. I should have readied Gloin for an extra willpower so that I could have readied him after traveling to Old Forest Road, but that's actually all right, because what I'm going to do is I'll travel to the Enchanted Stream. So, Enchanted Stream is now the active location, which means I cannot draw cards, but I get it out of the staging area. It only takes 2 progress tokens to get past, and I have a pretty good hand right now, so drawing cards isn't too much of a concern. So now we're going to move into the encounter phase. We only have 1 enemy in the staging area, and that's Forest Spider, who's going to engage us. So now our staging area only has 1. So we're actually in a pretty good spot, even though I did not travel to Old Forest Road. Forest Spider comes in. Its forced ability is after it engages a player, it gets +1 attack until end of the round. So just to remember that, I'm going to put this here for an attack symbol. So Forest Spider currently has 3 attack. Now we're going to move into the combat phase. So the first thing I'll do is deal a shadow card to Forest Spider. I'm going to make sure there's nothing I could use here, and there actually might be something I'd want to do. What we're going to do is not play anything, we're not going to take any action, and we're going to declare Gloin as our defender. So now we have the Forest Spider attacking with 3 against Gloin's shield of 1, so that would deal 2 damage, but first we need to see if there's a shadow ability. There is. It's a second Forest Spider. Defending player must choose and discard 1 attachment I control. That is the same thing that happened last time we played, which is very unfortunate. So now we need to figure out, do I value my willpower more, or do I value my resources? I'm going to go with the resources, so we're going to once again ditch Celebrian's stone. That's the same thing that happened last time we played. It'll go to the discard pile, and the shadow will resolve and go to that discard pile. So now we have Forest Spider up against Gloin. Forest Spider does 3 attack against 1 shield, which means Gloin takes 2 damage. However, Gloin's response triggers, this is why I like to have him early in the game for a defender. Add 1 resource to his resource pool for each point of damage he just suffered. So Gloin now gains an additional 2 resources. He does exhaust in order to defend, and now I'll get a chance to attack. So I will attack with Aragorn. He's the only person I have to attack. And I will swing at Forest Spider for 3. He has 1 shield, so he will take 2 damage as well. Unfortunately, we were not able to kill the spider, but the combat phase is now over, which means we're going to go into the refresh phase. So first thing from refresh phase, we will increase our threat level by 1. So we'll go up to 30. And then last thing we need to do is ready all exhausted cards that we control. The round is now over. Forest Spiders +1 goes away because that was only until the end of the round. So now we will enter into our resource phase. So we'll give Gloin a 3rd resource, Aragorn a 2nd resource, and Theodred another resource. So we're going to be very resource heavy this game, which is good because last time a lack of resources is what hurt us in the end. So resource, I cannot draw a card because Enchanted Stream is the active location. So we'll move straight into the planning phase. So for our planning phase, let's see. For the planning phase, we're gonna come out aggressive here. I'm going to spend all 6 resources to bring out Brock Iron Fist. He has 2 willpower, 2 attack, 1 defense, and 4 HP. His response effect doesn't matter here. After a dwarf hero I control leaves play, I can put him into play from my hand, but that doesn't matter because nobody left play. So that will wrap up my planning phase. I will go, before wrapping up planning phase, I'll exhaust Steward of Gondor to give Aragorn an additional 2 resources. Let's make sure I have nothing I want to play. I think we're good. So now we will move into the quest phase. All right, quest phase, there's only 1 on board, and I want to make sure I have enough attack and defense here, but I also want to try to get past this active location. So we will do the Theodred Aragorn combo. That will give us, we lost Celebrian's Stone, so that will actually only give us 3. And I will go ahead and also commit Brock Iron Fist to the quest. So that, no, actually, you know what? I will commit, let's think about this. Aragorn comes in ready because of the combo. I want to make sure I can kill Forest Spider this turn. Let's go ahead and let's commit Brock Iron Fist. So we're coming in for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's only 1 in the staging area. We'll flip, and it's a treachery. When revealed, each enemy and each location currently in the staging area gets +1 threat until the end of the phase. If there are no cards in the staging area, driven by shadow gains surge. So each enemy and each location currently in the staging area, there is 1, and that's going to gain 1 threat until the end of the phase. Its second ability doesn't matter, so that is actually a pretty lucky treachery card. So Old Forest Road now goes up to 2 threat, but we committed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 against 2. That means we do 3 progress tokens. So the first 2 will go on to our active location. That will finish, meaning we have fully explored that location, and the last progress token from those 3 will go right on to our quest card. Awesome. Now we will go ahead and enter our travel phase, and we will travel to the Old Forest Road. So we can now draw cards since Enchanted Stream is gone. And response, after I travel to Old Forest Road, the first player may choose and ready 1 character that I control. I will go ahead and ready Brock Iron Fist. All right, now we're going to enter into the encounter phase. We have a blank staging area, so there's nothing to engage us. So we'll go ahead and go straight into combat. Forest Spider is going to be attacking us for 2. I will block with Brock Iron Fist. So, sorry. First, I'm going to deal Shadow to Forest Spider. Then I'm going to block with Brock Iron Fist. So we're going to do 2 attack against 1 shield, which means Brock will take 1 damage. Or, whoops, I'm a little rusty here. First we have to resolve this shadow effect, so forget what I just said. Flip. No shadow, it's another Old Forest Road, so that will go to discard. Now, 2 damage against 1 shield. Brock will take 1 damage. Okay, little rusty, but I think we're good. Now I'll get a chance to attack. It looks like I only need to deal 2, so I can just forget about Gloin, and I will attack with Aragorn. So Aragorn 3 against 1 shield. That will do 2 damage to Forest Spider, which will knock him out. All right. So now we will go into our refresh phase. So let's go ahead and ready everything. And we will increase our threat by 1. But now we're going into this next turn with still our resource attachment, an empty staging area. We're in a pretty good spot. So now we'll go ahead and enter our resource phase. Whoops, that needs to stay there for the quest. So resource phase, 1 to Gloin, 1 to Theodred, and 3 onto Aragorn. And then I will draw. All right. Okay, so planning phase, I am actually going to tap Steward of Gondor to give Aragorn 2 additional resources, so he's at 5 total. Very, very, very good card. All right, and let's see how I want to do this. So, I think I want to keep that for a more risky time. Okay, I'm actually going to stay put, and we're going to go ahead and go straight into the quest phase since we're dealing with an empty board here. And I will commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Theodred Aragorn combo will ready him. So we're committing to the quest for 5 total. We'll flip our encounter card. And it's another location, so Mountains of Mirkwood. However, we have 5 willpower against 2 threat. That means we deal 3 progress tokens to our active location, which knocks out the Old Forest Road. It is fully explored, so we're in a pretty good spot, because now we will go into the travel phase, and we will travel to the Mountains of Mirkwood. When we travel here, reveal the top card of the encounter deck and add it to the staging area to travel here. Top card, oof, another location, not good. Necromancer's Pass. Okay, we don't want to get too heavy on locations here, so this can be dangerous. Because right now, we go into the engagement phase. There are no enemies, so we skip engagement, we skip combat, and we go automatically to refresh phase. So we will ready everything, take 1 threat, and now we will go into resource phase. So this will go to 2, 2, and 6. We will draw a card, and now we will go into our planning phase. So now we really want to do we need to get past this location, which needs 3 progress tokens, because we need to clear our staging area and we need to start making some damage on our actual quest here. So, how do we want to do this? Alright, I was hoping there would be an orc enemy in play, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So I will exhaust Steward of Gondor. to bring 2 more resources to Aragorn, so very, very resource heavy this game. I will spend 3 of those resources off of Aragorn to bring out the Silver Lode Archer for some additional willpower. And then, let's see. Just to have some more blockers, I will spend 4 to bring out Longbeard Orc Slayer. When he enters play, deal 1 damage to each orc enemy in play. Unfortunately, there are none, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our quest phase. So here's where we really want to do some damage. So I'm gonna commit with everybody that I can. So that's Theodred Aragorn combo. He will ready. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's currently I have an additional person here. We're actually going to do that just to be safe. So 8. So we're committing 8 willpower to our quest. There's 3 in the staging area. We're going to flip. Eastbite Patrol. There is no when revealed effect, but there is 6 total here. So we have 8 against 6, which means we're going to put 2 on our location. Unfortunately, that is not enough. So Mountains of Mirkwood is still going to be our active location. So we're going to go ahead, skip travel phase, and go into our encounter phase. We will engage with Eastbite Patrol. It is a 3-1 with 2 HP. So not that strong of an enemy. So I don't think I need to worry about playing a card from my hand. So let's go ahead and enter combat. We'll deal a shadow card. And I'm going to defend with Longbeard Orc Slayer. We'll flip shadow. Ooh, we got rid of a location and no shadow effect. So this is going to be 3 attack against 1 shield, which means our Orc Slayer here will take 2 damage. I'm okay with that. And now we will attack with Aragorn. 3 attack, 1 shield, we deal 2 damage. And look at that, he only has 2 HP, so we were able to knock him out right away. All right, pretty happy with that. So now we'll go back to refresh. We will ready everything. We will increase our threat by 1. And now we will go into resource phase. So 1 to Gloin, 1 to Theodred, and 1 to Aragorn. So we are now at 8 total. We'll draw a card. And we will go into our planning phase. So we're pretty much in the same spot we were last time, except now we have only 1 progress token to go on our location. So I'm not going to play anything for planning. We're going to go straight into the quest phase, and I'm going to do exactly what I did last time. So I'm going to commit with everyone, Theodred Aragorn combo. So we are committing to the quest for 8 total willpower. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 3 in the staging area. So let's go ahead and flip. Oh my gosh. So now we have 2 Necromancer's passes. Man, we are getting bombarded with locations here. But that's okay. We had 8 committed, 6 here, which means we deal 2 progress tokens. Our first one is going to knock out Mountains of Mirkwood. And Mountains of Mirkwood has a response. After it leaves play as an explored location, each player may search the top 5 cards of his deck for 1 card and add it to his hand. Shuffle the rest of the search cards back into the owner's decks. So I will search top 5. And I will pick 1. That's good. I will pick 1, and then I will shuffle the other ones back into my deck. All right, This has now been fully explored and resolved, and that second progress token that we dealt will overcast the Mountains of Mirkwood, and it will carry over to flies to our quest. So now we have 2 here. Now we'll go to the travel phase, and this could be really dangerous. We really don't have a choice. We have to get these out of the staging area. So we're gonna travel, but then when you travel to Necromancer's Pass, the first player must discard 2 cards from his hand at random to travel here. So I will shuffle. I have some cards I really don't want to get rid of. We're gonna go bottom card, top card. So we've discarded Sneak Attack. Oh my gosh, we discarded 2 sneak attacks. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that was our travel phase. So we've now traveled. I'm going to use this chance to do a player action. I forgot to exhaust Steward of Gondor earlier, so I'll do that just to gain an additional 2 resources. And now, once again, no enemies, so we'll skip encounter, skip combat, and go back to the refresh phase. This is getting out of hand. We're just getting bombarded with too many locations, and we're not able to make any progress on our quest here. We're going to go to 34, and now we're going to go into our resource phase. So, everybody will gain a resource. Aragorn is just loaded here. And I will draw a card. Yeah, sneak attacks are great cards, and I actually had some plans for those, so those are unfortunate. All right, now we will go into the planning phase. So I will spend 1 resource to bring out Snowborn Scout. When he enters play, choose a location and place 1 progress token on it. So that's a good way to do some damage to Necromancer's Pass right away. And let's see. All right, I will spend 3 to bring out another Silver Load Archer. Just, again, we need to start piling on willpower here. And now I will go into the quest phase. So we're pretty much in the same spot. We have 3 here. I'm committing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Theodred Aragorn combo, he readies. So 9 total against 3 right here. We'll flip. Okay, that is not a when revealed effect, so we are okay there. Okay, but that's a very bad forced ability, so I'll need to think about that once we get there. Okay. First, let's resolve the quest. That's scary. So we had 9 committed against 4 right here. So 9, 4, we will deal 5 progress tokens. So the first one will go on Necromancer's Pass. It is now fully explored. And we'll have 4 more progress tokens that carry over onto our quest. So we're almost through that. Total of 6 here. And now we will move into travel phase. So, travel, once again, we will... Oh, man, I gotta think about this. I'm actually... This might... Oh, I really don't want to discard cards because I only have 3. So I'm actually going to be a little risky here. I am not going to travel to the Necromancer's Pass. I'm actually going to keep that in the staging area for the time being. I don't have to travel there. And we're going to move to the encounter phase. Now, this is tricky because currently I have 34 threat, and the Hummerhorns here has 40 threat level. So it does not have to automatically engage us. We would have to have more than 40 threat level for it to automatically engage. So we have a choice here. Its forced ability is after it engages us, deal 5 damage to a single hero you control. That's pretty much going to kill... That's going to kill a hero. None of my heroes can survive that. So that's pretty crappy. But I think I can't keep both of these in the staging area. I think I need to let that, I think I need to allow that. Oh man. So, Hummer Horns I'm going to engage with. It will deal 5 damage to a single hero I control. I will deal that damage to Gloin. So unfortunately, Gloin will die, which means we've now lost one of our 3 heroes. Oh, that is not fun. All right, now we will go to combat. We'll put a shadow card on Hummer Horns. This is my chance to play an action. But let's see. Nope, I think that's okay. So I'm going to block with, let's see. I will block with a Snowborn Scout. We will flip the shadow. No shadow, thank goodness. So Hummer Horns will deal 2 damage to Snowborn Scout. We have 2 against 1 shield. He'll take 1 damage. He only has 1 HP, so our Snowborn Scout goes away. Thank you, you've done your duty. And now we have Hummer Horns who has 0 shield, so I will just attack with Aragorn. Oh, I think I gained 2. I forgot to exhaust that. If not, that's okay, I have enough here. So I will attack Hummer Horns for 3. It has 0 shield, which means we deal 3 damage to it. It only has 3 HP, so at least we're able to get rid of that on turn 1. Ooh, okay. I cannot believe we lost a hero. Let's go ahead and go to our resource phase, or sorry, our refresh phase. So we'll ready everyone. We will gain 1 threat. And now we'll go into resource. Aragorn will go up to 10. Theodred will go to 1. We'll draw a card. And now we're pretty much guaranteed to get through the quest this time, I hope. All right, I will now go into planning phase. And, oh man, I really hate to keep that on the board. This is difficult. This is a very tough choice. All right, I'm gonna leave it on, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, we're going to enter into our quest phase, and I only need to do 2 here, and there's 3 on the board. The most that can get flipped is 6, so I would need at least 8. If it got a 3 flip, I would need 8 willpower to get past this quest. So I think, and I've lost Gloin, which is unfortunate, so I'll do the Theodred, Aragorn, or sorry, first during planning phase, so I don't forget, let's exhaust Steward of Gondor to give Aragorn 2 more resources. And now in our quest phase, we'll do the Theodred, Aragorn combo to commit for 3. And then I will commit for an additional 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So I am going to commit 7 here and just hope for a good reveal. So 7. We'll flip a Dol Guldur Orcs. I think that's a bad one. When revealed, the first player chooses 1 character currently committed to a quest. Deal 2 damage to that character. I will deal 2 to... Oh, is it character, not hero? Deal 2 damage to that character. So... Oh, Brock only has 1 damage on him and he can survive. So I will put 2 damage on Brock. He's still alive. We're okay. So we have 7 against 5. Thank goodness. That will put 2 progress tokens on our quest, which means we now immediately carry over to the next part of the quest. 2A, a fork in the road. As you move through Mirkwood, hounded by spiders, the forest path forks before you. 2B, unsure of what lies ahead, but spurred by the urgency of your message, you choose a path and proceed. All right, we are now on the next part of our quest. It only takes 2 progress tokens to make it through, and once we do, we choose the next part of the quest at random. So now our quest phase is over, and we'll go into our travel phase. I think once again, I'm going to choose not to travel to Necromancer's Pass because I really do not want to worry about discarding 2 cards at random. So we're going to go ahead and go straight into the engagement phase. Dol Guldur Orcs will engage with us. And now we will go into combat. So Dol Guldur Orcs will put a shadow, and then let's see, I need to deal 3 damage to him. He has 0 shields, and I do have 1 blocker. So I am going to block with my Longbeard Orc Slayer. He is going to die from this. But he's not committing any willpower, so I'm okay with that. So now resolve Shadow. No Shadow. We've been very lucky with those so far. So now Dol Guldur Orcs will attack for 2 against 1 shield. He'll take 1 damage, and unfortunately our Orc Slayer has been defeated by an orc. Alright, so our Orc Slayer has been defeated, but now I will, let's see, okay, I will attack with Aragorn for 3, so 3 damage against 0 shield. Dol Guldur Orc will take 3 damage, and that will knock him out once again on turn 1. Whew, all right, this Necromancer's Pass is really the only thing that's slowing us down here. We will now go into our refresh phase, so let's ready everybody up. We're doing pretty good so far. Our 2 heroes have no damage, and everybody else is going pretty strong. And I will gain 1 threat to go to 36. Now we'll go into our resource phase. So Theodred will go to 2, and Aragorn has a whopping total of 13 resources, and I will draw a card. All right. Now I will go into planning phase. I'll exhaust Steward of Gondor to gain 2 resources. So he'll go even higher to 15. And let's see, I will go ahead and spend 3 and then 1, so 4 total to bring out another Longbeard Orc Slayer. Okay, now we will go into our quest phase. So once again, we only need to deal 2 here. So let's do exactly what we did last time. I'm gonna go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Theodred Aragorn combo. So we're committing to this quest for 7 total, 3 currently out. We're gonna flip, and look at that, it's another Dol Guldur Orcs. So when revealed, the first player chooses 1 character currently committed to a quest, deal 2 damage to that character. Unfortunately, Brock cannot survive at this time, and I would prefer not to lose. So if I lose one of my Silverlode archers, they would no longer get their willpower committed to this quest. So if I did that, we'd have 5 here against, I have only 7 committed, so I need that willpower. So I am going to deal that to, I'm gonna go ahead, this could be very risky. I'm gonna deal that damage to Aragorn, because even though he's not exhausted, he is committed to this quest. So that will resolve Dol Guldur's when revealed effect. So now we will resolve the quest. So once again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against 5, which means right away we deal 2 progress tokens to our quest, and we're going to select the next part of the quest at random. 3A, A Chosen Path. The trail winds into one of the darkest, most tangled parts of the forest. You sense that a foul, dark presence is hunting you, and you move quickly in an attempt to avoid its evil. 3B, Beorn's Path. You attempt to follow a secret, hidden trail to avoid the enemy. Players cannot defeat this stage while Ungoliant Spawn is in play. If players defeat this stage, they have won the game. Alright everyone, we are at the same place we were last time. The only difference is that Ungoliant Spawn is not out on the field. So right now, if we can deal 10 progress tokens, we win. If Ungoliant Spawn comes out, we're in trouble. And unfortunately, this Necromancer's Pass is really slowing us down because I do not want to travel there. So now, let's go ahead and go into our travel phase, which again, man, I have cards I really do not want to discard because I'm saving them for a worst case scenario. So we're not going to travel. I might even just bring it out next turn just to try to get through this, but we're not going to travel to Necromancer's Pass. We'll go into engagement. Dol Guldur Orcs will engage, and now we'll go into combat. So we'll deal him 1 shadow. Once again, we're going to try blocking with Longbeard Orc Slayer. Resolve the shadow. No shadow, getting very lucky with those. So it will be 2 damage against 1 shield. This time our Orc Slayer takes 1 and he survives. And then we get a chance to attack. Same thing as last time. I'm going to swing at Dol Guldur Orcs for 3, 0 shield, 3 damage, 3 HP, knock him out. Boom. Now we go into our refresh phase. Let's ready everybody up. Oh man, I'm stressing. Ready everybody, we'll gain a resource, a threat, we'll go to 37, and now we'll go into our resource phase. Theodred will go to 2, Aragorn will go back up to 13. He has 2 damage on him. Quick review of the board state. We need to get through this quest and we win. We need to deal it 10 progress tokens. We have 1 card in the staging area, a lot out here, and one of our heroes has died. If Ungoliant Spawn enters the field, we need to get rid of it before we can win the game. So now we're in our resource phase. We just did our resources. I will draw a card. Oh man. And now we will go into our planning phase. So this is where things are going to get interesting. Let's see. How do I want to play this? I think we just keep doing what we're doing and trying to chip away at this progress, but unfortunately this isn't that much willpower, so doing it that way is going to take a few turns. But if I play a card in my hand that I've been holding on to and it backfires on me, I could really get into trouble here. So this is not an easy decision. All right. I'm really afraid of Ungoliant Spawn coming out, but I think I have to take this risk. So first, I will tap Steward of Gondor to gain Aragorn 2 more resources. Otherwise, nothing's gonna happen here. So, all right. Oh, okay, that could be good. That could be very good. And I still have this. Okay, I think we're gonna be in good shape. So I am going to spend 5 resources to bring out Gandalf. At the end of the round, he leaves play. But his response is when he enters play, I can choose 1. Draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play, or reduce threat by 5. I am going to draw 3 cards because I can do some damage here. Now, let's see. Oh, that's awesome. That's an awesome card. Okay, I just drew pretty solid. All right, I'm hopeful here. I am very hopeful. So I will spend 4 to bring out Faramir. he has an action. I can exhaust him to choose a player. Each character controlled by that player gets +1 willpower until the end of the phase. So that is insanely good. Oh boy. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and go into our quest. So this is it. If Ungoliant Spawn does not come up, I should have enough to hopefully defeat the quest here. So I'm going to do the Theodred Aragorn combo. I'm going to commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. I'm going to commit 11 total to this quest. I have a plan, don't worry. So 11 total. We're not going to be able to, well, we might be able to. So 11 total. So now for the quest phase, we're going to reveal, and before resolving the quest, I have a chance to play actions. So 11 total. Flip. Oh my gosh. That was the worst possible thing that could have happened, and it happened. We flipped the one card that we could not flip. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what just happened? That is the worst thing that could have happened. I'm actually like mad. Wow. So we have 11 committed against 6 here, but Ungoliant Spawn, when revealed, each character currently committed to the quest gets -1 willpower. So our 11 goes down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we lose 6, it goes down to 5. But I am going to now allow myself to do Faramir's action. Exhaust Faramir. Each character controlled by me gets +1 willpower until end of phase. So I am so glad I saved Faramir. Essentially, before the quest resolves, Faramir's ability undoes Ungoliant Spawn. So each character loses 1 willpower, but then Faramir allows each character to gain 1 willpower. So nothing happens. If that hadn't happened, we would have just won. We would have won the quest. Unfortunately, the game hates us. So we have 11 against 6. So we just did 5. Whoops. We just did 5 progress tokens to our quest. That's only halfway where we needed to be. And now I need to make sure that we can get rid of Ungoliant Spawn. So we're going to go ahead and go into the travel phase. I know this sounds crazy, but once again, I'm not going to travel because I cannot risk discarding cards. So now we'll go into our engagement phase. Ungoliant Spawn is going to engage with us. And now we're going to enter combat. So remember, I have a plan here, and I'm very excited to execute it. So first thing, and I have enough resources to do so, I made sure this time. So first thing I'm going to do, enter combat, deal a shadow card. This is my chance during combat to play a card. So I'm going to spend 2, 3, so 5 total resources to play Grim Resolve. Ready all characters in play. So now all of my characters that I just committed and exhausted, they ready up. Boom. And now he has 9 HP. I need to deal him a lot of damage, which I still have Gandalf available for this turn only, so I should be able to do that. But I'm just kind of trying to plan this out. So if I take 1 blocker and then I attack for 2, 4, 6, 10, 11, 13, 16 against 2. So definitely I have enough as long as nobody dies. So I think I'm going to be okay here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So first I will declare a defender. I'd like to keep Faramir because he's a game winner there. So I'm going to lose 2 and I need like 13 damage. You know what? Just because I'm paranoid here, I'm going to do another. So I'm going to spend 2 more resources to play for Gondor. All characters get +1 attack until the end of the phase. All Gondor characters also get +1 shield. My only Gondor character right now is Aragorn because of the Steward of Gondor. Oh, and Faramir. So they each have an additional shield, but I'm not going to block with them anyway. So now every one of my characters has +1 attack until the end of this phase. I just need to be safe. So I'm going to block with a Silver Load Archer. We're going to resolve Shadow. No Shadow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 5 against 0. Silver Load Archer easily dies. And now because I hate Ungoliant Spawn, I'm attacking with literally everything. So, I mean, here's the thing. I only need to do... I need to do 11 damage because he has 2 shield and 9 HP. So I need to do 11 damage. So Gandalf right away is 5. Aragorn makes that, he has +1. They all have +1. So 5 + 4, that's 9. And then literally I can just attack with Faramir for an additional 2. So that's 11 total against 2 shield. Oh my gosh. That does 9 damage to... I mean, I could just attack with everyone. You know what? Why not? I'm just going to attack with everyone because I hate Ungoliant Spawn. So you go ahead and add it up on your own. That easily wipes him out. Ungoliant Spawn goes away. We can now win the game just by getting through this quest. Holy crap. Let's go ahead and go into our refresh phase. So refresh phase goes here. And... everybody readies. Now this actually does matter. So everybody readies. I go up 1 threat to 38. And then before the round is actually over, I can play another card, but I can't. I don't have any resources. So the round ends. Gandalf, at the end of the round, he leaves play. So Gandalf more than did his job. And now we'll go into hopefully our last resource phase. Whoops, I forgot to ready Steward of Gondor. So Aragorn goes up to 2. Theodred gains 1. I draw. Okay. Now, we only have 3 to deal with here, so I need to do 8 total. So I just need willpower here. I'll exhaust Steward of Gondor to give Aragorn 2 more resources. This is such a good game. Okay, not much I can do here, so I will spend 1, 2, 3 to bring out Son of Arnor, just to get another card. When he enters play, choose an enemy card in the staging area. Doesn't matter, so nothing happens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our quest phase, hopefully the last one. So I need to do 5 progress tokens to win the game. I am going to go for 1, 2, 3, Aragorn Theodred combo. He stays ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I lost a Silver Load Archer. Shoot. Okay, so we're only going for... oh, wait. I just realized. With Faramir's ability, each character controlled by that player gets +1 willpower. So I can still... oh my gosh. Okay, so I can even commit with the people that have 0 willpower just to have them. So just to be safe here, because I want to win, I'm going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and go for 7. And you know what? Why not? Because I'm going to win here. 8. So, okay, so these guys have nothing, but I'm still committing them to the quest. So right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 willpower committed to this quest. We're going to flip. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we just won. So we have 6 against 5. No win revealed effects. Now, before the quest resolves, I will exhaust Faramir to give every character controlled by me +1 willpower until end of phase. So we take the 6 that we already had committed and we do +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 + 6 is 12, 12 willpower against 5. We do 7 progress tokens. I'm just going to do it like this. Yes! We have just made it past Beorn's Path. We have made it through Mirkwood. Our passage through Mirkwood has been successful. Ungoliant spawn is not on the field, so we are allowed to finish this quest and win the game. Yes! All right, there you have it, everyone. We just made it through Passage of Mirkwood with the leadership deck. That was an insanely good game. I cannot believe Ungoliant spawn revealed when it did. Crazy timing, but it paid off playing Gandalf on the turn that we did. Just insane. That was such a good game. I'm so glad I pulled out the victory. So much fun. So now we're done with this. It took 2 attempts, but we have finished the first scenario that comes in the core set with the leadership deck. So in the next video, we're going to go on to the next scenario with this deck, and the goal is to get through all 3 scenarios that come in the core set using the leadership deck. And then we can try to repeat the same thing with the other 3 decks that come in the core set. So a lot of content here. I really hope you enjoyed. That was an awesome game. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope you stuck around to the end because I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. All right, take care, subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.